Conspiracy theories aren't harmless opinions. They steer our choices, drain wallets, and even put people at risk. Myth 8 isn't just about different ideas. It's about ideas that spread doubt, drown out facts, and push people toward unsafe decisions. In this video, we break down why these theories grab hold, with everyday examples you've probably seen. A rumor that a school policy is secretly dangerous, a wildly shared post about vaccines, or a claim that a local accident was a cover-up. We'll keep things simple and relatable. No science jargon, just clear talks and real-life echoes you can spot in group chats and feeds. You'll see why they feel convincing, how they spread, and 3 practical ways to check claims before you click share. Plus, a bit of humor to keep it grounded and helpful, so you walk away with real tools you can use tomorrow. The myth and its appeal. Conspiracy theories are often treated as harmless, merely alternate opinions. That view rests on the belief that ideas only hurt when they drive action. In everyday talk, the claim shows up when someone shares a wild post and calls it a harmless take. People can still decide what to read, whom to trust, and what to share based on a single claim. A rumor about a local product being tied to a secret plot can spark a quick boycott, even if no proof exists. The appeal is rooted in our brains, which crave patterns. When events feel random, a tidy plot is comforting. Simple stories are easier to remember than long explanations. Conspiracies offer ready villains and clear motives. Online and in-person groups enjoy the thrill of solving a puzzle together, and it feels good to be the one with the right clue. It's like finding a mystery in a grocery store aisle and bragging about the secret knowledge you just uncovered. Social belonging and identity play big roles as well. People join niche forums or comment threads to feel seen, heard, and clever, not left out of the conversation. Echo chambers amplify beliefs, making them seem normal and reasonable through repetition. A casual rumor can become a badge of loyalty within a group, a sign that members share the same media mind for unraveling hidden plots. The humor of it helps too. A little detective act on autopilot can make everyday life feel more interesting. When a myth that theories are harmless sticks, real effects can slip by unnoticed. Trust in credible sources erodes, and people may act on claims that aren't supported by solid evidence. Decisions can be driven by fear or anger rather than facts, affecting conversations, friendships, and even local communities. A practical stance is to treat striking claims as hypotheses, check sources, and talk openly without assuming the worst. The appeal is real, and it's worth recognizing how it pulls people in so we can guard against it without killing curiosity. From opinion to harm, why harmless isn't true. Facts show beliefs drive real-world behavior. When a claim is treated as truth, people change how they act to align with it. This can start as a harmless opinion, but can spill over into actions that affect others. For example, a rumor that a common medicine is risky might prompt people to skip it, which can put them at risk and complicate public health. Online, simple stories spread quickly. The silence between facts shrinks as comments pile up. Checks and questions are the first line of defense. Without them, an idea can slip from being a quirky belief to something that guides dangerous choices. People might chase dodgy remedies or rely on experts who peddle hype. When many people share the same unverified claim, trust in real experts and institutions erodes. That erosion makes it harder to tell fact from rumor the next time a real risk appears. Harm travels beyond individuals. It can fuel harassment, discrimination, and wasted resources. A rumor about someone in a community can spark online attacks or unfair shunning in real life. Businesses lose customers, schools see disruptions, and emergency services may have to deal with people acting on fear, not facts. So harmless isn't true. The path from opinion to harm is a chain we can interrupt. Ask for sources, compare notes across credible outlets, and push back kindly when a claim looks flimsy. Take a moment before sharing. A single post can ripple further than intended. A little skepticism, paired with a dash of patience, helps keep conversations from becoming a crowd at a fake fire sale. Real-world consequences on individuals. Belief in conspiracy theories can lead to real harm in everyday life. Health decisions are a common battleground that affects individuals quickly and directly. People may refuse vaccines or treatments because of false claims they read online. They chase unproven remedies, spend hours testing boasted cures, or neglect medicine that keeps them healthy. The result is worsened symptoms, longer illness, and sometimes preventable emergencies. Not a clever life hack. It's a costly mistake that can also hurt family members. Personal finances bear the brunt. Large sums of money vanish on fake products, miracle cures, or misleading programs. A person might invest in online courses promising secret knowledge, only to find nothing works. Some donate to doubtful causes or buy items they don't need, draining savings and making rent feel precarious. The boredom of endless online claims often trumps practical budgeting. That stress spills into every bill due date. Social ties fray under conspiracy beliefs. Trust in friends, coworkers, and doctors can crumble. Conflicts flare during conversations, and people pull back into echo chambers. Isolation grows. Online harassment can spill into real life, even hurting reputations or job opportunities. Everyday safety and civic life are touched too. People may skip safety advisories or dispute warnings about scams. They spread dangerous do-it-yourself instructions. In extreme cases, that can lead to risky actions or persuading others to ignore protections. Mistakes may draw attention from authorities or affect employment. The real toll is cumulative. Each choice built on a rumor doesn't exist in isolation. It can affect health, money, and mood. When one person acts on a rumor, it can influence friends and coworkers. That creates ripple effects through communities. Seeking credible sources helps protect everyone. It isn't about policing beliefs. It's about staying safe and keeping life manageable. Societal risks, erosion of trust and public discourse. Conspiracy theories chip away at trust by offering neat, catchy explanations for tangled events. And that makes people reach for easy answers instead of expert guidance. People hear a single story that sounds convincing and feel they've uncovered a secret. So they start doubting doctors, scientists, and journalists who present more nuanced views that can leave the actual truth scattered like confetti in a wind tunnel. The effect is not just about one rumor. It reshapes how we see information and who we believe. Public discourse suffers because conversations become battlegrounds rather than exchanges of ideas. People retreat into echo chambers, where only voices that mirror their own beliefs are heard, and anything outside is labeled dangerous. Debates turn into shouting matches, and the aim stops being understanding and starts being winning. When that happens, the space for constructive dialogue shrinks and useful disagreements fade away. Real-life costs show up in everyday choices that affect health, safety, and democratic participation. Public health messages lose momentum when a chunk of the population distrusts the messenger, and a simple guideline can feel like a conspiracy to some. Schools, workplaces, and local governments get pulled into fights they didn't sign up for, slowing responses to real problems and leaving people both frustrated and more fragmented. It's not just busy work. It changes how communities handle emergencies, budgets, and everyday decisions. Communities pay when people stop sharing reliable information and start trading rumors on social apps, group chats, and town hall forums. A little humor helps soften the blow, but the underlying pattern remains loud and real. Less trust means less cooperation and less progress. The result is a public that talks less across differences and a society that struggles to solve common problems together. Keeping conversations honest, diverse, and respectful is how trust starts to heal, and public discourse can once again serve everyone. Debunking across media: what works and what fails. Across media, debunking relies on several proven approaches: straight corrections, pre-bunking, and better framing. Direct fact checks by credible outlets, quick labels on posts, and prompts to read more can slow spread. In practice, a good debunk blends simple language, a clear takeaway, and a path to the original sources. People remember the vivid claim longer than the data, so the answer needs to be crisp. One thing that works well is using simple, concrete explanations paired with visuals. For example, a claim about a drug works better when you show a one-line summary of what the claim is, followed by a quick graphic showing what the science says. Credible messengers matter too. Doctors, teachers, and trusted community figures tend to land the message more effectively than distant experts. What fails is when corrections arrive late, or when the myth lives in a meme that makes people feel something: anger, humor, fear. The message then competes with emotion and skips over nuance. Platforms can reduce reach of false content, but they often struggle with nuanced corrections in the same feed. The gap between spotting a lie and changing minds can feel like watching a fast-moving train while waving a tiny flag. Practical takeaways include pre-bunking when possible, labeling clearly, and using stories people recognize. Shareable explainers, short videos, and everyday examples, like comparing a dubious claim to a belief about a common household item, can help. Encourage people to verify by checking a source, a quick search, or a trusted site. Finally, community norms matter. When a group consistently values accurate info, corrections spread more easily. Practical responses, mitigation, media literacy, and accountability. Conspiracy theories spread online and can shape real-life decisions about health and safety. Mitigation means reducing harm while keeping discussion open. It includes fast, factual responses, clear sources, and ways to slow the spread. A school posting plain explanations helps a lot. A clinic sharing simple facts instead of loud claims reaches people who might otherwise believe the myth. Media literacy helps people judge what to trust. Start by asking who is speaking and what evidence backs the claim. Check multiple reliable sources, beware of sensational language, and pause before you share. Always test the claim against real data. Use fact-checking sites and teach kids and adults to spot recycled myths. Accountability means platforms and institutions take responsibility for what circulates. Policies should label disputed content and remove dangerous posts. Organizations can publish explanations of how decisions were made and show what happened to questionable claims. Transparency matters. Consistent rules and fair processes help people trust the system again. In everyday life, cultivate a habit of checking before sharing. A coworker double-checks a health claim before forwarding it. A family chat can practice pre-bunking by gently challenging memes that seem shaky with sources in hand. Clear sources and thoughtful consequences reduce the pull of rumors. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. Bottom line, Myth 8 says conspiracy theories are harmless, but the truth is they spread misinformation, erode trust, and can lead to real-world harm, like people skipping vaccines or ignoring safety advice. They feed on fear and simple answers, and even when treated as just opinions, they still shape what others believe and how we treat each other. A real-life nudge you might recognize: a wild claim in a group chat that makes someone skip a doctor visit, or a rumor that makes neighbors distrust each other for no good reason. Not great for daily life, right? So how do you spot them? Look for claims with little or no evidence, a reliance on a single source, or cherry-pick facts that fit a bigger scare story. Notice when a broadcaster says disagreement equals a secret plot. Ask yourself, what's the evidence? What do real experts say? Who benefits from spreading this? And talk about it with curiosity, not contempt, and check reliable sources before sharing. If you found this helpful, a like, a subscribe, and a tap on the bell would mean a lot. First, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What myth should we debunk next? Or when did you see a rumor spread in real life? Next time, Myth 9, where we unpack how misinformation travels on social media and simple steps you can take to slow it down. See you soon.